In chapter 12 for loops, and in the previous chapter we mentioned that sometimes you want to use a for loop to build the content of an array rather than simply saving the array to the storage, and it gives an example that for get zombies by owners, a naive implementation will store a mapping of owners to zombies army in zombie factory. So if you look at this zombie factory, we have this zombie to owners and owner zombie count. So if we pass the address, it will return the number of zombies. So this is very straightforward. And then every time we create a new zombies, we just need to push the zombie ID to the owner to zombies, and then we get the owners. Get the zombies by owner would be very straightforward functions, and we just need to return the owner to zombies. And it gives an example of the problems. So for example, if a user want to transfer a zombie from one to another, and the function will be push the zombie to the new owner to zombies, and then remove the zombies from the owners to zombies. And in order to make the order the same, and it will shift every zombies array up one place to fill the hole, and then reduce the array length by 1. So for the step 3, it will be expensive because we have to do a write for every zombies whose position we shift. So if there are 20 zombies and we just trade the first one, and we have to do 90 times to maintain the order of an array. And since writing storage is expensive operation in Solidity, every call to this transfer function will be extremely expensive, and it would cost a different amount and of gas each time it's cost, because it depends on how many zombies the user has and the index of the zombie being traded. So the user do not know how much gas will be sent. And some may say that we can just use the last ones to replace the first one, the first hole, and then it will reduce the length by 1, but then it will change the order of the zombies. And since the real function do not cause gas called externally, we can simply use a for loop in get zombie counts to iterate the entire zombies array and build an array of zombies that belong to this specific owner, and then our transfer function will be much cheaper since we do not need to reorder any arrays. So using for loops, the syntax of for loops in Solidity is similar to JavaScript. So we have this for loop. For example, if this is an example to just store the even numbers. So for 1 to 10, if the remainder is 0, if this is divided by 2, it will store the numbers, and then it will increase the counter and then go to the next number. So for example, if the first one is 1, then this have the remainder of 1, so it will not call this, it will not run these 2 lines. But if this is 2, then this will store the first counter 0 is equal to 2. So the first even number is 2, and it will keep doing like this. So at last it will return 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And let's put to the test. And first we have to declare a uint counter which set to 0. So we go back to zombie helper, and we go to here and type uint, and then counter is equal to 0. And then we create a for loop. So we copy this one and paste to here. And so for I is equal to 0 and I is smaller than zombie.length, and this will iterate if zombie to owner is equal to owner. Then it will store the index because it is index tracking. So it mentioned this is index tracking. Keep track of the index of the result await. So we have to delete this one, and then we type the result counter is equal to I, and then we increment the counter by 1, so this already created. Now we can check the answer, and this will be smaller than, so I have created one more space here. The result counter is equal to 1 I usually forgot to paste the semicolon. So we can go to next chapter.